broadcast.
Hey.
Hey, Bruce. I'm David Staples from the Edmonton Journal, and I'm here today with Bruce McCurdy. Welcome, Bruce.
Hey, David, you're in the newsroom, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the newsroom. There's people listening in and talking. We're probably bugging everybody.
Hustling and bustling about?
Yeah, this is a new technology, Bruce. This is
Give it a go.
2018. The future of the present or something. So, Bruce, the Oilers just signed Matt Benning, and you wrote a post on it. What do you think of signing him for 2 years at an average annual value, or what is it? What is AAV? Average annual?
Yeah, AAV, basically cap hit.
Yeah, cap hit of $1.9 million. What's your take?
I don't mind it. I was naively hoping for a lower figure for the player, but that's a naive hope of many a naive fan, I think, in the salary cap era when caps are going up. Players get raises. They get projected against the new rising cap, not what we're used to in the past with a further increase expected in subsequent years. So the longer the term of the contract, the more unpalatable the cap hit seems to be. But I think what they're paying for is a pretty proven young player, all things considered. The guy turned pro 2 years ago. An unrestricted free agent. He jumped through the hoops to get out of Boston and put himself on the open market, Justin Schultz style, but way lower key. And he made the NHL right away. He played 2 games in the NHL, 2 games. Like the last Oiler defenseman who made the NHL with fewer than 2 games was Tom Pody in 1997 or 8. Yeah.
So is this supposed to give us hope, Bruce, or is this supposed to depress us?
No, I think it's hopeful. I think he made the jump. And he was slight out performer last year. He was he was a plus player in both of his 2 years, +8, +5, and that's a shaky statistic, but it holds true when you translate it to the much more acceptable form of goals for percentage 5v5. He's still at something like 51.5%. I mean, Oilers outscoring the other team when your third pair is on the ice. That's what you want, isn't it?
It certainly is, and so I see him as a solid 5-4 defenseman. He's a right shot defenseman, which really increases his value, adds to his value.
Huge, David, to have a right shot.
He's got good hockey sense. He's fairly tough. He struggles. I find that he struggles moving the puck rapidly and effectively. And there was I've heard some of the Oilers insiders mention the fact that he didn't particularly get along with his coach, Jim Johnson, last year, that there was some tension there. Hopefully with a new coach, Trent Yawney, who specializes apparently in getting defensemen to move the puck rapidly, Benning will pick up on that, because that is the one area of his game that it's one area of the game the whole defensive crew needs to work at, is getting the puck and rapidly making the right decision, which could be moving it faster. It could be moving into space and finding space to make a good pass fast. But just to be really quick with that, that's where he needs to do a lot better work, because his passing was pretty ragged last year a lot of the time, and was part of the problem. Nonetheless, I thought he was a adequate kind of bottom pairing defenseman last year, who's a young player who should get better. So I like the signing as well.
Well, he's 24 years old. He's got 135 NHL games now. So he's kind of 2/3 to halfway to the sort of what many people consider a milestone for D-men of 200 or 250 games before they really start to bring the full benefit of their game. Lots of hard lessons to be learned by a young defenseman in this league. It doesn't matter how good you are, those lessons are going to get taught, and they better be learned or you're not going to stick around. And to this point, he's stuck around, marginally successful. Like I say, he's last year he was 5th on the team defenseman in ice time, and an average ice time, and an average even strength ice time. But he was 1st in goals by a defenseman, 2nd in points, 3rd in shots, 3rd in hits. I mean, not bad for a guy that really is playing third pairing. Like, I thought he delivered value. It was far from a perfect season, but this just in, third pairing defensemen get ripped up on a lot of teams. And it's you want to staunch the bleeding and maybe develop a slight edge there, and that's Benning's track record to this point.
Alrighty, Bruce. Well, let's leave it there. We've tried this new technology out. Hopefully, we've done all right with it. And in the meantime, and in between times, this has been another edition, or the first edition, I should say, of the Cult of Hockey broadcast.
Thanks for watching, everyone.